exchange value for the income, and then now people appreciate the value that you book on the market, and then they pay you that price. What is the real issue in society, right?
I would say insecurity.
Yeah.
Insecurity is one of them because, I mean, that will come to the relationship of the vulnerability. I think you will only, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would say in terms of relationship, you will only talk about how much you earn and all that kind when you are vulnerable with that
Yes.
person. No, and I
Yes.
think in any relationship, I think it will come to a point where if that it should be talked on before marriage. Yeah.
I agree. Oh my God. I'm so with that. I'm so with you about that. I'm so with you about that. Even now, I teach my daughter from young right now about money. And people look at me like you are not. Like she just 5 years old, 6 years old. But I bring her go viewing houses with me because I'm doing property investment. And I explain to her what is this about, like why mommy have to do this job and so on. Because I feel like by keeping her at home and play all the stuff that she can, she would never understand what is called work, what is called
Correct.
money, what is called
Correct.
income, what is called
Yes.
assets, what is called liability, what is called debt, where debt come from, what is a good debt, what is a bad debt, right? And everything have to be start from somewhere. And like you just say, it's like vulnerable place for people because they never go there often. Am I right to say that?
Yeah, I would say it's because you have never touched upon, or especially with like if you are talking about spouse, right? It's like before you married, this is something that should be talked over because during marriage, that's where the money either be joined or individual. That's where you will get clashes, right? So I think it's always good to actually handle that situation first before you get married. You know, now with a kid, let me tell you one story. Like this, is my story. So my daughter, what happened was like she loves drawing. Okay,
Mm.
she was in this art class, and the art class was, they actually did a collaboration with the Cancer Society, where the kids draw a mask, and then the mask get bought, and then 50% of the amount will be given to the society.
Yeah.
I didn't really know what was going on. All I know, my girl drew something, and then I got a text from the teacher. He said, "Hey,
Wow.
you got a huge hongbao, right? Huge rebate
Oh.
during February." And I said, "What?" He said, "Well, her mask got bought for $100." And I'm like, "Wait, what? Oh, what's going on?" So I was like, "Oh yeah, we drove us, and then um, and then I think mine got sold." And I said, "No,
Mm.
you see, this is the thing when mothers out there, if you have kids, right? Every little um things that happen, it can be a teaching and learning point. Okay,
It is.
one thing I learned, yes, right? So I told her, I said, "Girl, look, are you as old as mommy?" He said, "No." I said, "And you just earned $100."
Mm.
So let's say, yes, this is for charity. We are giving this money you're earning to charity. This is for
Yes.
society. But look in the other side is that because you use your skills as what you have now at 6 years old,
Yes.
that you're able to use that to monetize it,
Yes.
right?
It's called add value. It's mean you exchange value for the income, and then now people appreciate the value that you book on the market, and then they pay you that price. And this is
Yeah,
the thing that I always like so hard for me to even like, because I don't have that back in young time. Right? I born from a broken family. I born from poor family. We barely have food. How do I know anything about money to teach my daughter? And that's also one of the thing that I very support women like you, because I want to support women to let them know that you have a choice to change the cycle. You have a choice to
yes,
educate yourself and then teach back to your children. And that's what the story you just share. It's
yes,
always have a lesson to give back to the kid, like you know what you just did and so on, and make them motivate and make them remove the fear about money that we've been always like blocked and stuck inside our head, from
exactly.
young.
And kids are not stupid. Yeah,
No. They're
really,
so
really.
smart.
Like,
They're so smart that I'm so like, oh, when I'm your age, I don't think I even can do that,
oh, you just want money. It's like, okay, you want to give me money? Okay. But I think one thing that I loved about when I was young, like 6 years old, I have a grandmother who really loved me. So every time she picks me up from school, she always, here's a dollar, here's a dollar. Don't tell anyone, here's a dollar,
Mm.
right?
Yep.
So
Yep.
when you have a choice as a kid, I always tell my kid, you have three choices.
Mm.
One, you can eat at recess, right? Eat there. Or two, they love to go to the bookshop. As you know, there's a bookshop in that school. Or number three is you're going to save it and then next time you can buy a bigger thing.
Yes.
So everything has a choice, you know?
Yes.
And do you know that if you don't make if you say, oh, I didn't make a choice, that is a choice itself too.
It is. It is. Like that
Ah,
sentence is repeated again because I'm so agree. When people come to me and say, I have one client. So she come to me for because I'm a life coach as well. So sometimes people come to me for this problem they have. And when she come to me and she say her husband was abuse her in terms of finance, finance abuse is common nowadays because that's the only thing that some people can control their wife, right? And then she say her house have not paid the electric bill for 3 months and going to cut down, so no food, no water, nothing. And I asked her, she have three children, and I asked her, then what are you doing at home? She say, I'm waiting to have a new job again with the degree that she have right now in COVID. Is she jobless, right? Then I told her, I say, so what wrong if you go back to McDonald's shop and work as a normal person again, to feed the child? She said, no, I have no choice. It's not because I don't have skill because of COVID. I say, no choice is a choice that you choose to not work. It's not like you don't have a job outside that. You just choose to be lazy and you come with excuses. So yes, I agree with you. As a mom, the end of the day, I believe I may other mom may not, but I believe I have the responsibility for my children first,
yes.
not any man. Me, I have to take care of my children first, no matter what happened, right? That's natural gift to us also. Let's go more here. If a woman who right now have zero knowledge about finance, what advice you will give for them to start learn about finance? Because I think everybody need the first stepping stone, right? To
Stepping
of
stone,
course,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So what is normally you will give them the first step?
Budgeting.
Hmm.
That's all I would tell you. Budgeting. You ask how many women really budget? Not a
Not
lot.
many. Yeah.
You ask how
Like
many people?
us is different because our now we already we don't call us experts, but at least we know what we spending, what we investing. But
If
then
you,
normally, yeah.
oh, I mean, ask yourself, right? What do we do when we go to work? Like, some of us, we have a timetable, we have a diary, right?
Yes.
Put, okay, this time is for this time is for this. And then after that, we know how much time we have left, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, now use that for your money.
Money.
If I say, okay, my expenses is this. My expenses, don't just say expenses. My internet, how much? My phone bill, how much? My groceries, how much per month? Telephone, and then after that, if you have kids, school, activities, tuition, da 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 da. Then you realize how much your expenses are.
Mm.
If not, you'll be like spending and spending, and then you do not know how much it is. Right? That's
Mm.
number one. Number two, everybody can save. If you want, is discipline and consistency.
Mm.
Right?
That's so
So,
true.
so that's also another step. No, but so first is budgeting. You know what is used and then what is left. After
Mm.
what is left, of course, you want to put some of it in the bank because you sometimes you do not know how much we need, right? But
Yes.
then you want to put, okay, maybe 10%. I want to take it out and then do a savings, or don't touch investment yet. Yeah, I'm talking
Nope.
about savings. Savings
Mm.
whereby you actually earn a little bit more interest, but it has guaranteed amount. So let me break it down a little bit more. It means
Yep.
that if I say, okay, now you give me 10K, okay, example
Mm.
10K,
Mm.
but in the next 10 years you will get 20K, right?
Mm.
At least you know that at 20 years you would definitely get 20K. You
Mm.
need something like a base and a foundation whereby if anything goes wrong, there's still money coming in and you know the exact amount,
Mm.
right? Okay,
Yes.
so budgeting emergency fund. Emergency fund, it means that if there's anything happens, like I call it a rainy check day. So it
Yep.
means that, example, something happened and I really need money, really need money urgently, then I have this sum of money in the bank that I'm able to take it out. Okay.
Mm.
Some people use in a bank, some people use an investment because the investment they are able to take it pretty fast also. But I will only tell women to do investment if they have extra money. Okay,
Yes.
this is a part where some people say, why only extra money? Why not like now? It's a trend now. I have this amount of money. I have not done any budgeting. I have not done any emergency fund. I want to just go in. Now, when you do that, you're burnt. Okay, I do tell people that, because yes, people get really excited, gung ho. Who doesn't want to grow money, right?
Yes.
Okay, but the problem is that when you do not know the rules, you will be bitten.
Mm.
See, and if
This
you're
part,
bitten, sorry,
yeah, this part I agree with you because when I I can see people very expert to get rich quick, and I
have you?
always tell them like it's never exit. Don't even try. You buy by marketing. Okay, I'm an investor for the last many years. I will tell you one thing: patience is the key, and emotionally stable. Also, make sure that, like you just say, every day you share. I already build that, but I want the expert like you to share because I want to let people know, like it's not only for me as an investor. Say this. Think about it. Tomorrow, if my children touch wood, that she have to go hospital for emergency problem, right? If I don't have money in bank account as a raining day, like you say, I may need to sell my investment in loss to survive for her first, to save her life. Why I'm
Exactly.
saying that? Because I see so many people selling business and selling property it's just because of it. Rather their family have cancer, somebody passed away, somebody died, somebody sick, and they emergency and they sell and nobody buy until they expert. They sell it half price of the market. And that's
Yeah,
when I jump in and buy. I'm not going to lie to you guys like I buy undervalued property. It's not take advantage from people though. It still save him though because he cannot sell. And when he cannot sell,
yeah,
he have no money to save his wife or his
yeah.
daughter. Okay, and I face that so much that I tell people don't think like a brainless person. Like think as tomorrow if anything happened to your family, where is the money come from? Right. So that's whatever. Like I just explained more about what Phoebe talked about burn. What is burn mean? That's exactly what burn mean. It means you can buy that for 1 million and you have to sell that in 300,000, sometimes 500,000. Like especially COVID right now. You know how much people selling with loss and bankruptcy? It's a lot. It's a ton. I'm
A
sure you know
lot.
that.
I
Yeah.
mean, if like in what is that? In COVID, it started maybe 2 years ago, and then
Yes.
when COVID happened, people think, oh, it's just going to be for a while, for a while. But what happens is that it
It's
actually
already 3 years.
for 3 years,
It's
right?
already three
Nobody
years.
knew it was going to go that, and then remember the first year investment went poof. It went
Yep.
down,
Yep.
and a lot of businesses went poop.
It is. It
But
is.
you see, why did the business go poop? Do you know why?
Because emotional, people emotionally do think when because that period is a lot of things happen to me as well. Some investor want to exit from what we just bought. It fear, it come for emotional. And then now when property in Singapore went up, they jumping again. I'm like, I'm sorry bro, it's too late. So when I'm educate people about this, it's so tough for me. One thing I learned that people emotionally not educated yet. When
Yeah,
they
it's like,
emotionally educated, they know how much you should don't book emotional in money. Money and emotional should always separate for always,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's a
Yeah.
burn that you just bring up is really pop up to me a lot about why women should start see that you budget yourself, think about investment, but after you blend everything like saving, like rainy day and so on, and then now you have extra money. Now let's go for investment.